I am going to gem the new stick horse equipment to see if I can 3-star with it in Legend League. Firstly, I need to unlock the equipment from the Wise Warrior Medal event. Once I've gone through the tutorial, I can collect my 100 free scrolls and then go ahead and activate the event pass. That will give us 1,000 bonus scrolls to get us started. Let's get that activated. Event pass received. We can go ahead and... not claim that glowy ore because our storage is full. We will need it though once we do upgrade the equipment. We can get the medals, and actually that is not enough for the stick horse, but we will have to get through the track to where we can get all of the starry ore for the upgrades. So let's do a couple of spam Valkyrie attacks. Okay, that should get us a decent way through the track. Fantastic. Look at that. Gets us a bunch of medals, meaning we do have enough now for the stick horse. We can put that on the Barbarian King. I do think it works alongside the spiky ball, but at level 1, why don't we try... yeah, let's try with the spiky ball. Then I'm going to match it with the Vamp Stash because you do get a speed increase with the Vamp Stash. That will be pretty fun to watch. And equally, we can use it with the Gauntlet as well, which I think will be really good. Okay, I was going to try with a different army, but actually, this is the army I have been using in Legend League. So why don't we run it at level 1 with this first, just to try it out, and then we can warm up towards the main attack. Let's make sure we find a good base first, though. Okay, this looks pretty good. Well upgraded. Not much loot, but my loot is basically full. Doesn't really matter. And let's see what we can do here. We could get the Barbarian King into the center of the base. Look at the value he could get with the stick horse through the middle. Okay, let's begin with the Warden at the bottom. We will go with Firecracker. I have a sight, not a Firecracker. I was looking at the extra Firecracker troops we got. So let's actually use them to funnel a little bit. And then that'll basically just allow the Barbarian King into that area of the base. Let's see what we want to do with this fireball. Let's go... we can do it now. Invis, invis, invis. Fireball. Ah, mistapped my earthquakes, but we're good. All right. Warden goes off to that side. That's fine. Do we need to recall him and then put the king over that side? Or, yeah, let's actually do that. Once he gets this multi-archer tower, that'll get a lot of damage off the king. So the stick horse, it's only level 1. Let's recall the Warden, stick him over there where he is safe. And then now let's watch the Barbarian King jump through this area of the base. Go, Barbarian King! Come on! I think the ability is only for, like, not too long at this level. It might even wear off before he gets past the ricochet cannon. Let's get the log launcher in. Yeah, it's worn off. He's stuck in that compartment. All right. Let's use the totem spell to try and distract. Don't worry. Once we get it leveled up, it will certainly be a lot better than this. Okay, let's use a totem there for the Guardian. Warden is fine over that area of the base. We can send in 2 rocket loons to try and help get that down. Let's go with the Royal Champion there. Queen, Rage Spell, RC ability to freeze everything. Headhunter for the Warden over that side. And I think we will freeze this area as well, just to assure the Warden doesn't go down. And yes, at level 1, I'm not sure the stick horse did anything there. You can see what it does, speeding the king up and making sure he can jump over walls. But let's go ahead and get that upgraded, because at level 1, for Town Hall 18, it's pretty useless. However, let's begin the upgrades. Yeah, 12 seconds, that's all it was. It was only a 2% attack speed increase. You can see the amount we're going to gain, though, as that green bar will be increasing. Straight away, at level 3, 3 extra % increase. Let's get it up to level 9. I normally like to do different thresholds, different strategies to test this out. Level 9, 18, then 27. But basically, we will save the best use case until last. So here we go. At level 9, we have increased to an 18-second ability duration and 11 seconds speed increase. What should we pair it with? Let's actually go with the spiky ball. We will save this sped up Barbarian King with the Vamp Stash until we get the stick horse a little bit higher leveled. But let's actually go with an army more like this, where we have a ground smash attack moving through the middle of the base. Okay, actually, because we have the stick horse, we don't need as many wall breakers. Let's try and take a couple of extra funneling troops. because we do need to make sure the Barbarian King actually goes into the base where we want him to. Do we try and hit the core of the base? I guess that's where we should probably get. And the easiest way to get there is probably from down here. Keep sending my Warden in ahead of my Coco Loon, which is not the best thing to do because Sneezy could hit a Seeking Air Mine. Do we need to funnel that left side any or not? See where the Warden goes here. We want to try and hit that multi-target Inferno in the center of the base, but we do have to try and figure out where on earth we anchor the Warden. Guardian, get off my Warden! Why didn't you go to the thing? Can't think of the name. Totem spell. Let's have a look here. Oh, we don't have a recall spell. And we have 2 poisons. What am I doing? Can we actually use that invis spell? We can. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's pull the Warden this way. Oh, no. He's going that way. Let's totem this. We're going into the town hall. Never mind. This is fine. We can send the queen in here. But what we want to do is use the king to tank for the royal champion. We use the 1 wall break to make sure they get in. The queen can go around the outside. We just need the throwers into the base, like so. And then once they're in, we need to guide the pathing of the throwers. Actually, let's go opposite side with the king. The throwers are more than fine up there. So if we go king here to tank, he'll jump over the walls. And look at that. The royal champion is just tanked this whole time. Wasn't expecting the monolith to quite get on the king there, but what we can do is, once the RC gets this scatter shot, let's try and funnel the king in. Let's go spiky ball there to hit everything. Then we can go with the rocket spear, and essentially you're just using the king to tank for your royal champion and create pathing for your main army moving through. Whether it's throwers, whether it's super bowlers, whatever it is that you want to use. This one ended up being a little bit of a mess, but hopefully you could see the idea. With that, still the ability seemed to wear off pretty quick. And that's because clearly we only have it at level 9. So let's jump up to level 18. Yeah. Right now it's only 18 seconds. It goes up to 30. And I think at level 18 it's around about 24 seconds. Which means for the amount of ore you're putting in, you're actually getting a big boost and you're getting most of the stats because we haven't really spent any starry ore yet. Here is 30 starry ore getting us up to level 15. You can notice the hero boosts, which are applied to the Barbarian King throughout the attack. They are equally going up. This and the spiky ball, which I just showed it with, have the highest DPS stats. So if you want purely damage on the king, stick, horse, and spiky ball are the way to go. But there we go. At level 18, we now have 24 seconds of this ability. So what we're going to do this time around is pair it with the Angry Jelly, because clearly that means that we can target defenses. Let's go with the Vamp Stash here so that we have that speed increase as well. And I tell you what, let's stick with the throwers so that hopefully I can showcase that strategy to you a little bit better. Okay, this looks like a well-upgraded base. Let's figure out where we attack from. Let's go far side of the base to keep it interesting, even though it's not the best move because we'd be attacking into the fire spitters. So we should probably fireball one of those compartments, actually. Let's figure this out. I'm actually just going to start the warden down here where he's relatively safe. Again, I put the warden in. I don't normally do that. Literally all of my attacks, I use the balloon first. I don't know why when it comes to commentating, my brain goes to mush. Anyways, let's see here, because we do need this mortar out, because essentially you want to look at, when you're sniping defenses, which ones are you going to have to use extra invisibility spells to hit? So from here, if we want to hit that builder hut, actually, we might even be better off trying to go deeper into the base, you know, and getting like the poison tower. Maybe that's the best move. If we go 1, 2, 3. That gets that. Beautiful. Gets rid of the clan castle. Okay, now let's keep an eye here because we need to make sure that we block that. We don't need the recall, actually. We can just... I don't know why I added the recall spell in the first place. We can just use the throwers. We can send this. Now let's break the throwers in. That's not where I wanted to break them in. Okay, the warden's gone down. Beautiful. Let's send the queen in instead, and let's keep an eye on the king, because he has the Vamp Stash, so he will be going quicker than the royal champion, just to keep out in front and make sure that the royal champion is well protected. Now, I wouldn't actually recommend this with the Vamp Stash, to be honest with you, but you can see the principle here. This is the best use case of this equipment. King out in front, tanking the royal champion, and what that does is funnel the side of the base so that the throwers can just move through the middle. Now let's go king ability, queen ability, and we'll actually go RC ability here as well. This is the issue with going into the center of the base. Both fire spitters hitting us. but we're all good. With the RC ability used, she then stands still once the king ability wears off, so he can get back in front. Because what happens is, at first, when he's using the stick horse, he's nice and quick. He gets out ahead of the royal champion. But then afterwards, he essentially slows down, so the royal champion then gets out in front. That's where then you press the rocket spear and you're good to go. Okay, let's get the king out from over there because he's just banging on a wall. We can put him over to that wizard tower to make sure we don't time fail. And even though I wouldn't pair it with the Vam Stash, I was just doing that for the fun of it, for the speed increase. That is the best method, I feel, with the stick horse equipment. But let's get it upgraded to maximum level so we can see it in its full true power. So if we go across to here, I had bought some special offers just prior to this event happening because they had ore in the regular bundles for the first time. So we'll see whether they continue to do that. But that's how I did overstack my shiny and glowy ore, and it meant I had a little bit more starry ore than usual. Will I have enough to get to maximum level though? Time will tell. Level 22. You can see that it costs a lot more, and the increments you get, they go up, but they're going up at the same rate they were earlier. So that's why I was saying level 18 is that nice little threshold. For most equipment, around about that is good. But here we go, level 25. Yes, we're out of shiny ore. However, I believe in the event track, we should have a decent amount in there. Have we got any? Wait, what? It's all glowy ore? Well, we've got the grumpy metals. Okay, and we can get the shiny ore from there, but that's not going to be enough. Let me quickly do some farming attacks. And then, once I have gained a little bit more of the wisdom scrolls, we can collect whatever is left in that track. Okay, I have been keeping an eye on the number within the event tab, and you can see we are closing in on that 16,000. So this will be the final attack to get to the end of the track. Then we can get it to maximum level. Sometimes it's quicker to just start spamming the Valkyries and figure out where the scrolls are mid-attack, as you could see within that one. But now, 16,150, that will get us all of the way to the end of the event track, get us our free decoration, the handsome scroll, but also mean that we can get all of the ore. And it's always good to do that rather than spending the medals on extra ore, because essentially I can save up ready for the next piece of equipment. Clearly I'm going to save my clan castle cakes for when I really need them, but moving into the trader shop, what it means is I can get the extra things. Clearly I'm getting the flame horse. I will get the clan house decorations as well, but let's just make sure we have enough starry ore to get this to maximum level first. We go to level 26 and then we do, for the first time in how many pieces of equipment, we've got enough starry ore, thanks to the bundle a few days back. So 30 seconds of that passive ability moves up to 33% attack speed increase and the DPS 222. Like I said, exactly the same as the spiky ball. Now, typically, the attack I've been using most at the moment is this fireball hero dive, just because I enjoy it. The earthquake boots are really pivotal in that, but I am thinking we should probably pair the stick horse with the spiky ball. Quickly donate to myself from my second account. There we go. But let's now see if we can get this to work in Legend League. I did reset inside the top 2,500 last night, but I've really been getting like 4 to 5 3-stars per day with this strategy. Time is the biggest thing that lets me down. Once in a while, I'll lose the warden and it is a nightmare, but I don't tend to commentate. So let's see if we can find a good use for the stick horse here. And oh my gosh, we have to try and get the king into the middle of the base. And that is generally the case, because in the next attack, you will see perfect use of the new stick horse equipment. With such a tightly compact rage area left over, the earthquake boots would have probably given me better value for this attack, but after a warm-up, I was feeling confident for the 3 stars. What, is the Phoenix the best on the king there? I don't know. Hey, where on earth do we fireball on this? It's got to be the rage spell tower. I don't like the looks of this. Right. Let's put a minion on there. That helps to get that. Can get that down. That would be helpful. Nope. Still didn't get it. Okay, we're actually going to go 1, 2, 3. Fireball, recall, then the earthquakes. Now what that does is means that... can we... minion that instead? Okay. Now let's go... Warden from the bottom. He should be safe. We're actually not going to go with the... the furnaces behind the warden, because I actually want him to just wait there for a while. I don't want him to go down yet. If we got in... we don't. Should have used the minion on that expo. I didn't see that. Okay, let's go king to the expo. Then he will run to the revenge tower. We're risking it all here. Okay, he gets that. We then get the clan castle. Warden is fine. Let's freeze there. Time is a big issue, like I was saying. Come on, King. Jump the compartment again. Jump the compartment again. He did. King ability. RC ability. Warden, warden, warden. No! Are you kidding? And I wasted an invis. Rip. Okay, okay. The King has been incredible with this attack, though. First attack, he wasn't. This attack, he's been incredible. Come on. We can get this. The King is still there with the Phoenix. Queen going on the outside of the base. Oh, come on, Queen, stay alive. She is. Is it enough? Angry Jelly is there. Not the Angry Jelly, the giant. What is hitting the... Oh, okay. Oh, come on, Queen. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Let's get those in to try and help. Yeti out in front. We need the Queen to survive. The Queen survives, we get it, I think. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get the ricochet cannon down. Oh my goodness me. This is what I'm saying about time as well. You can see how the stick horse helped there, though. We could have never got the King into that compartment to tank for the Royal Champion. 10 seconds. Come on. Time being an issue in Legends League. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh my goodness me. Yes. Woo! I'll take it. So the first one we used as a little bit of a tester towards this. Second one, 3 stars. That is the stick horse at maximum level. If you want to see when I maxed all of the previous epic equipments, I will place a playlist of those on your screen. Enjoy the rest of your day.